Joining us now, Congressman Adam Kinzinger, a Republican from Illinois. Congressman, thanks for joining us.
You bet.
The administration's sounding optimistic, but you've voiced some doubts. This is the game that North Korea plays. What are your thoughts?
I'm not overly concerned yet. I'm just totally expected, frankly. I mean, Kim Jong-un has this habit of, being a smiley McGee and then turning around and being tough and then smiling and tough. And so this is part of that little give and take where he's got to show to his population that he's still got it. I do think, and he's probably an avid Fox Business watcher, I do think if he's watching, the words to say is, look, this is your moment. If you frankly pull out of this, there's no higher negotiating. This is like the highest negotiations that have ever and can ever exist in North Korea. I think the only possibility after this is military action. So while I am concerned, I also think, if China and Kim Jong-un are smart, they're going to stick with the summit.
Well, what is the likelihood that North Korea will denuclearize, take those weapons away? And if that's not the case, then what have we achieved?
I think it has to be the case, and I think denuclearization for basically infinity, forever, and that's going to come with some carrots. North Korea, their carrots will be there'll be some economic opportunities. The North Korea carrot will be there'll be protection either by China or a guarantee by us to not invade like we had with Cuba. But a nuclear North Korea, I think, is unacceptable to this president who's made it clear that, this is like kind of a Churchill moment where everybody is eager to avoid military conflict. I am too. But you understand that the decisions we make today will have an impact for generations to come. And frankly, I don't have kids yet, but hopefully I do someday, and their grandkids looking back and saying, Grandpa Kinzinger, why does everybody have nukes now? Because you guys didn't do what you needed to do.
Yeah. Hopefully not. I want to move on to another issue, Congressman, the opioid crisis. You're co-sponsoring a new bill basically to help Medicare and Medicaid do a better job of fighting this crisis. Where's the teeth in the bill?
So it's the Opioid Addiction Action Plan, and basically what it does is gets the government to find out where there's barriers to development of alternative pain scenarios. So right now, the most effective pain scenario, frankly, if you have back surgery, is using an opiate, and that comes with huge problems. People can become addicted, and then ultimately they'll turn to heroin or anything like that. And so there's got to be alternative ways to treat pain. Are there barriers in the government that are preventing that research? We're going to pass 30 bills today out of our committee, and bills are good. Funding's good. We increased funding by $6 billion in the omnibus. But ultimately, it's communities, too, that are going to have to wrangle this problem, which is your kids are, frankly, doing heroin, and many are overdosing, and your adults and people from all populations. So we need to get a grip on it.
How much responsibility do doctors play in this? Because one of the criticisms has been is instead of giving a 7-day course of opiates, they'll give a 30-day course, and that is a very dangerous road to go down.
So that's been changed now to where they're giving smaller courses on it. But I think in the past it has been a problem. And I don't blame doctors for it, because under the Affordable Care Act, these guys are judged basically on patient comfortability. And so when you come out of the hospital, if you show any sense of pain, of course you're going to be eager to say, okay, I don't want you to have any pain at all. And everybody's expected to be in a pain-free environment, so they'd write these big prescriptions. 90% of Americans can take them and be fine. It's the 10% that basically take them when they're not supposed to, and now are addicted.
I guess the big question is, how soon can we come up with an alternative to opioids?
I hope sooner than later. There's research, I know, and but this needs to happen. We're seeing some positive signs so far, but the problem is, I was at the gym just a month ago and had a guy my age that was basically overdosing on heroin at noon on a Sunday. This is a problem that is penetrating all areas of society.
Yeah, certainly is. Congressman, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Anytime. Take care.
All right, let's take a look at the